Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy SAG, aka SAG. I know what you're thinking. Repping the college shirt? What you been up to? Don't worry about it. You guys will know soon enough. Anyway, what's going on? I finally got a haircut. Actually, yesterday got the haircut. It was bad, guys. It was down, past down to here, flaking out. You know, like the golden wingtips of an angel. I know. I cut my wings off, but you're like, SAG, you know, Angel. That's all right. You're right. You're right. A lot of stuff to talk about. Might just condense it down. I write it out because I forget this stuff. I'm very forgetful at times. But yeah, what's going on? I guess it's been 2 weeks, maybe 3, since the last hanging with SAG. I mean to do these every week, but stuff goes on. I get tired. I want to do other things. But what is going on in the world of SAG? And actually, what has happened with one aspect at the job is, as you all know, I work security. I'm a overnight supervisor, and I work. I have off Thursday and Friday nights. Well, I get an email, SAG, or I get an email saying that there's been break-ins, blah blah blah, a police report, all this stuff, and I'm like, what? What just happened? I literally worked the night before. What's going on? So I go in on Saturday, which is my day, is Saturday morning, and they're like, well, there was break-ins in the cars and stuff. And I put break-ins in quotation marks because the fact of the matter is that there were no break-ins. If you're going to use the term, if you're going to say a police report, if you're going to do all this and complain about what happened, actually use the right terminology. There were no break-ins. You have to break something in order to get in. That's not what happened. There were a couple guys that were found on the surrounding road, the outside road, and they were walking, seemed suspicious, so they said that there's a truck up top. So the guy, instead of sticking with these guys, went to the truck, the guy working, which the right thing to do, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, because you're thinking, if someone's coming in, they bring a vehicle, they're coming in, they hop the fence, and then steal stuff, they're going to come back to that car. They need a getaway vehicle. Well, so the truck's left. He radios into the gatehouse and says, hey, you need to call the police. There's suspicious vehicles. We need to get someone here. Police take well over 30 minutes to get there. Don't know what they're doing. It's possible that the gate officer gave them the wrong information, but at the same time, they see what we see, and they should know that the perimeter is only in the surrounding areas. You're not going to go across the street, over the railroad tracks in the opposite direction to worry about the perimeter of our site. So yeah, basically what happened was a couple of cars were opened. There was a little bit of money taken, a little bit of wallets, cards, whatever it may be. We don't have the details, and even if we did, I couldn't give you guys the details. But for the most part, there's some loose change, loose money that was taken. Nothing of too much importance from what we can tell from the wallets, but there was also a car taken. And I know what you're saying, they broke into cars and they took a car. The only cars they got into were the ones that were left unlocked. So we're not talking about breaking in and us just not hearing anything and getting there. We're talking about guys that we have a 15-mile perimeter, a 15-mile area that we cover, and usually most of the nights it's just one patrol officer and one tactical officer, meaning on the golf course, and then one gate officer who's stationary in the gate. So basically, you have 1 to 2 people protecting 15 miles and doing a rolling rover position at all times when you're not unlocking and whatnot, all the other stuff we have to do overnights. So all these people are really pissed off, all these people are upset, whatever. And the car that was taken, the car that was stolen, which we will say that it was stolen because it doesn't belong to you, it was stolen, it was left unlocked, and the keys were in the ignition. Well, come to find out later on that the dad's car was unlocked with the wallet out in the middle. The car that was stolen was the oldest daughter's, who had the keys in the ignition, but also, and the residents even stated they weren't upset because they knew it was their fault, which is amazing that the residents kind of took blame for themselves, at least for the stolen car. Is that the sister of the oldest daughter, had her car unlocked, and the keys were in it too. They just chose the better one. So, hey, could have been 2 stolen cars, could be 1, but the fact of the matter is they got away under our sight. Well, security can only do so much. There was a lead with one of my coworkers who stupidly put it on social media, but also at the time there was a lead that come about it, so she didn't get into too much trouble. We are still investigating. We're waiting on the transcripts to come in to see what was exactly said during the phone conversations, so we can clarify that security was not the issue here, that the police were. And we're not trying to place blame anywhere. We're just trying to cover our own selves to make sure that we did what was right, and what at the time what we should have done to show the residents and the customers, whatever you want to call them, that at the time we did do what we were supposed to not get in trouble. After this there was a increase in patrols, obviously. This just happened, so it's gonna happen again. No, they're gonna wait a little bit. But anyway, for the past 2 weeks now, maybe 3, we've had a increase in patrols. So there's been 3 people driving around. There's been 2 patrol cars and 1 tactical car or golf cart rolling around. Let's see. Yeah, everything was unlocked. Okay, the follow-ups. We are a deterrent, and this is why I tell people that I correct them when they say the break-ins, because it's not a break-in. It's unlawful entry into a vehicle. They didn't break anything. We would have heard it. And security's just residential security, private sector security is just a deterrent. We don't have the abilities that police have. We don't have the abilities that SWAT has, FBI, whatever you want to think of us as. I'm going to sit here and tell you, I'm not going to give you any BS. These are the stuff that we have. We are a deterrent. We're not a preventer of crimes, and we don't arrest people. We don't bring them to justice. Security starts with your own self, and that goes with anybody watching this. You may live in a residential neighborhood that has security. Guys, trust me when I say this. We do our jobs, but at the same time, we do our jobs within the community. If someone comes and steals your stuff, that's the police. That's a police problem. Oh, why didn't you see it? Guys, there's 15 miles. On top of that, in the dark, you're going to see a car driving and hear a car way before the car sees you. Especially if you're wearing dark clothes and you know what you're doing. You're going to be like, oh, there's headlights. Let's duck behind this bush that they can't see us at. I hear a car engine. Even if they don't have lights, I hear a car. We gotta go. If you're a cautious person that actually does this, and you're smart about it, it's hard. You have the advantage over the people that aren't expecting it. The car stuff and all that, I have no sympathy, because at the same time, the people who are still complaining about this at the job are the ones who had their car unlocked but didn't have their stuff stolen, because they know that they are lucky that they didn't get hit. Only one real street in the community got hit, and they are lucky that their cars weren't taken from. But also it was funny, and later, and this is part of the follow-up, the car that we found that we stayed at, which great job by the guy who did it, was found to be the chaplain of the local county sheriff's office. So the county sheriff's chaplain had his car stolen, and it became this big of an issue at our site. It's crazy. Last weekend, my wife went up to Orlando. Her sister, the middle sister, the one most like the dad, who, no offense, we thought was going to be single for a while, has met a very, actually pretty cool dude. From what I've seen. I don't hang out with him much, don't talk to him much, but when I do see him and talk to him, he's a pretty friendly guy. I'm happy for her. She seems happy. That's all that matters. And this is the woman that works at Universal. So kudos to you, because you're pretty awesome in getting us tickets and helping us out there. So yeah, she's getting married. She had her bachelorette party. My wife not only is a family member, obviously, but she is a bridesmaid. And for her bachelorette party, I know what you're saying, like, hey, let's get, like, SAG, what did you let your wife do? No, it's okay. Because you know what? Even though my sister-in-law is 30, she went to Disney World for her bachelorette party. Excuse me. Get down. Sorry. Hey. 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 She's tearing up my nose, see? Yeah, dogs eat homework. Dogs eat homework. You just, look. Hey, look. Yeah, you see that? You see that? So, Miss Appleby, when you go and look at my video, if you ever find this, the dog did eat my homework. So get off of me. Anyway, back to the story. Just proved it, guys. All you kids out there, show your teacher this video. Well, don't show your teacher this video. My wife's gonna kill me if she sees this. But no. But show your teacher this video and let them know that dogs eat homework. But no, they went to Disney World for a bachelorette party. They went to the Food and Wine Festival in Epcot. I think that was Food and Wine Festival. Anyway, my sister-in-law lives in Orlando, but decided with all the women coming that she's going to get a hotel room, which she stayed on location on Disney for it. They went to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and the theme of her bachelorette party is Disney princesses, and they all went as Disney princesses. I know what you're thinking, SAG. You talking about Mrs. SAG dressed up in costume and wore that all day throughout the theme park? And no, what it was they each had a bag given to them. I think my oldest sister-in-law, either her or the actual sister that's getting married, bought cheap bags to color coordinate with who people were. My wife was working on this the Thursday before she went up, printing out pictures. They each had to pick a Disney princess, and they had to wear an outfit that kind of correspond to them. And we're sitting there and we're figuring, like, almost all the princesses were picked. And my ex-college roommate, my buddy who is actually getting married, who I'm a groomsman in, would be proud of this because he is he's part of the Disney Club. But we're going over all the princesses, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, who hasn't been used? And we're naming them. We're seeing, and so my oldest sister-in-law is going with my wife in her closet on FaceTime, figuring what kind of stuff she wore. And then on top of that, my sister-in-law that's getting married went through it because they wanted this to be fun. They wanted her to be participating in it. And so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm playing video games while they're having this conversation behind me. And I'm like, well, and I'm sitting there with my wife. I'm like, well, if you have either a dark blue shirt and light blue jeans and a white headband, or even do the opposite, light blue shirt, dark jeans, and a white headband, you can go as Cinderella. SAG knows it's princesses. That's crazy, because I know she's got it. There's no way she doesn't. No way. Either that, or they were talking, they wanted the princess from Brave. I've never seen it. Whatever. I guess she wears a lot of green and she's redheaded. Whatever. She's Irish. Whatever. No. Go with your boy's decision. Go with my decision, because I just sat there and gave it to you. Man, I felt so proud of myself. And they kept saying brave, brave, brave. I'm like, fuck that noise. F that. Let's go with Cinderella. What'd she pick? Cinderella. You really think that she's going to go against my idea? Not speaking crap about her, but That was smart. That was genius. What? Where's SAG at? What, did you go? Did you just become a little kid and watch all Disney movies just for this? No, I actually had it in my head. It's pretty smart. But what did I do? I got to live life like a hermit, like I always do when she leaves. I got to hang out by myself. Friday, she got off of school. She left immediately after that. She had a 2-hour drive. She wanted to get there a decent hour before traffic got too bad on the Florida Turnpike. And so what did I do? I went to Chipotle. Which I do most Fridays anyway, but I just, instead of the lunch, I went for dinner. I played video games, not gonna lie. I went to work because I work Saturday mornings, which sucks. But got home, watched college football. And, I'm so angry right now. I don't get too adamant, but all you know that I'm a Florida fan. I love the Gators. And you blew a 21-3 lead against Tennessee and Rocky Top. Because, no offense, and I'm a hardcore Gator fan, but Rocky Top is a freaking addictive song. And when they started coming back every 2 minutes, good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. And at the time, I was pissed I was hearing it. But now looking back at it, it's a pretty good fight song. I'm not gonna lie. You guys got to pat down there. Shitty uniforms from Tennessee. Just saying. Hate it. Ugly. Florida's wearing all white. They went in. I believe they were, I think it was number 14 against number 11, I believe. I'm not sure. But 21-3 at halftime. And I just saw the decline. I was there. I witnessed the tragedy of what was unfolding. And I was pissed. So I had to stop watching football. Didn't want any other team that I might root for to go down that lane again. Might lose my mind. I was screaming. I was a little hoarse afterwards. I was pissed off. So, hey, happens. It happens. Not happy about it, but it happens. Last but not least, let's wrap this up in under 20. Whoa, just looked at it, guys, and I see you guys going back and forth. I look at the screen, I look at the camera. I try to look at the camera the entire time. But when I looked at the screen, you know what time it told me? It was 17:38. And I was like, hey, what's up? Hello. But no. Now, I'm going to tell you guys one of the biggest things that's going on with me, or what I chose to do. I actually texted my wife over the weekend when she was away and told her what I wanted to do. You guys know that this is mostly, actually, this is a gaming channel. I do vlogs every now and then, occasionally put them up, whatever. This is a gaming channel. I love my video games. I do. I love them. Let's face it. In the news and in the media of today, unless you're an actual person that is a game supporter, gaming supporter, gaming enthusiast, you don't hear a lot of good things that come across in the gaming news. Mostly what you hear is gaming violence brings upon violence, whatever. And mature gaming, you can only be 18. But let's face it, all you parents who aren't looking at what your kids do or what you buy your kids or whatever, there are certain games that should not be given to kids. And I'm a sole provider that parents should be responsible in their kids' lives. Guys, they're minors. There's a reason why everyone else in the world would hold you accountable for what you kids do. Yeah, they're their own entity. I get that 100%. But they can't go out and buy Call of Duty. They can't go out and hear what I'm trash talking to them. And then, but I try to keep it a little lighthearted for the kids. I don't really cuss that much anymore. I cuss, but I don't, because everybody's in a party with PlayStation. And Rob hears it, but these guys don't. Well, let's just poke that real quick. Sorry, it's telling me that I got a low battery. I'm talking too much. Yeah, 20. Okay, we'll keep it on 25 because 20 ain't gonna happen. But yeah, it is the how to put this? It is the responsibility of a parent to know what your kids are doing in life and what they're watching, what they're communicating on. Everything else is parents' responsibility. But gaming gets a bad rep. Gaming, they say, Hey, it's too violent. Hey, it's too much cussing. Hey, there's nudity. Whatever. Whether it's online or a campaign or single player campaign, single player, it doesn't matter. If you're a minor, you cannot pay for that in the store. They don't let you pay for that. The parents have to buy it. So parents, if you're going to complain about video games and what they have in them, maybe you should do the research. With that being said, guys, I have decided to write a book. I'm going to try my best. I have written papers throughout my life, especially in college. It was like a paper a day almost, at least a paper a day for just even one class. So we're talking about on an average of 5 to 10 papers every other day. I try to think critically. I do my research. And as you guys might know, I was a history major. So that's why I had to write so many. It's not because I was the English major or anything like that. Which history and English go hand in hand just because of the amount of reading you have to do as a historian. So I've decided to take a look on the positive ways video games can impact people. And not only am I going to talk about personal references from myself, my personal experiences in video games, but also I'm going to do my research and the social aspect of video games and how they might help people in life. And I've already figured it out. It's going to start off as some why it has helped me so much, because let's face it, I game almost every day. I love video games, and something I feel passionate about and something that I might be able to express, whether it gets published, whatever, or if you guys just want to read it yourselves, whatever. Something that I'm so passionate about could be something that other people are passionate about, and they might share the same interest in me. They might share the same outlook as me, and for that also coming from a right around upper 20s. Guys, I'm 27. It's getting to the time where video games are kind of slowing down for me. Kind of. Not really. I still enjoy them a lot. But the amount that I play is going to slow down. What's going on with life? Things change, and you start to lose interest. And before I lose interest, which I don't think I ever will, but at the same time, before I have to slow down, I'm going to take a personal and objective reflection on these video games and how they affect people in a positive way. And what I kind of want to do with that is to kind of inform people that don't who aren't participants in video games, who maybe like parents or people that just don't understand, or maybe just don't get why people play them. This potentially would allow people to understand from a gamer's standpoint why video games are good, despite the content. Doesn't matter what game, this is what it might be and how it influences others. On top of that, how it could be good for yourself and for your family to provide for. So there's going to be a lot of things going on in the book itself. I'm going to try to do all my research before starting it. I've already started the first 2 or 3 pages just because it's my personal experience as to why it has influenced me the most. But with that said, now you guys know. It's going to be a pet project, nothing that's going to be done anytime soon. At the very least, it's going to take a year, if not more. But at the same time, with it taking that much and me taking my sweet time, hopefully it comes all the way, basically the full circle. Hopefully it comes full circle to where it allows some people who might not understand reach those who do, that are in their circle. Maybe family members that don't understand, it'll reach their kids and it'll help them understand why they like it so much, why they want it. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know how video games have influenced you in a positive manner, whether it's competitively or campaigns or whatever the story might be. I'd like to hear it from you. I'm a little warm. It's outside. I'm wearing polo, black nonetheless. But with that being said, SAG is out. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.